Yes, Rakshita, please introduce yourself.
So, my name is Rakshita Yadav. I belong to Jaipur. My father's name is Sri Rajesh Kumar Yadav. He is a real estate agent. My mother's name is Srimati Sunita Yadav. She is a housewife. I have done my class 10th and my class 12th from Jaipur itself and secured 10 CGPA in class 10th and 95.4 in class 12. Post that, I have done my graduation in economic honors and in 2023, I have joined Indian Overseas Bank as a probationary officer. During that only, I have completed my post graduation in economics from a distance, and I have recently joined State Bank of India as a probationary officer.
Okay, so you have joined SBI.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why you have decided to shift from the Indian Overseas Bank to SBI?
So, due to a better career growth for the future,
Okay, so you think SBI is giving better career growth than the Indian Overseas Bank?
so because the promotion policy is different for State Bank of India and different for Indian Overseas Bank. While Indian Overseas Bank takes most of like 4 to 5 years for each promotion, for the future growth in SBI, it will take like 3 to 4 years, 3 to 3.5 years only.
Okay. So you were working in Indian Overseas Bank for how many? 3 years?
2.5 years, sir.
2.5 years. Okay. So you will reach up to assistant manager.
Yes, sir. I got confirmed.
In SBI, you are starting as a,
Probationary officer.
don't you think you are losing your 2.5 years?
No, sir. The experience will always stay with me. Whatever I have learned will be there.
But when it comes to career growth,
Mm. But in the nearby future, it all will be compensated due to the better promotion policy of
then why
State
you are
Bank of
coming for
India.
RBI then?
So, RBI has always been a dream career for me to work in Reserve Bank of India. I have been preparing for both the exams in tandem, and this is the only time I have cleared Reserve Bank of India mains exam.
Okay. So last time you just cleared the pre-exam.
No, sir, I even could not clear the prelims last time.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay, Rakshita, what was your job profile in Indian Overseas Bank?
So during my time of probation, I have been transferred and posted to 4 different branches. During my first posting in Gujarat, I was posted in general banking to learn general banking. During my second posting in Mumbai, I was looking into the international banking department. In my third posting in Lucknow, I was into general banking again. And during my last posting in Mumbai, I was into retail advances.
Okay. Fine. So, as per your experience and everything, which department you want to join in RBI?
So I'm accommodative to work in any of the department, whichever if I get selected, assigned to me. But looking at my 2.5 years of commercial banking experience, I'll be willing to work in the banking and supervision department of Reserve Bank of India.
Okay. Fine. Okay, Rakshita, what is your hobby?
So I like humming songs,
What? Can you repeat?
singing songs.
Singing songs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who is your favorite singer?
So I'll go with Arjit Singh, but most probably I do not have any particular favorite singer. I just with whatever the lyrics and the music I like, that only music I
Who
listen
is
to,
your
sir.
favorite lyricist?
No, no such favorite lyricist, sir.
So
Nothing
it's
in
a
general.
hobby or just you are doing to pass the time?
Just to pass this time, sir.
And I ask about the hobby.
No such hobby as of now, sir.
Don't have any such kind of
No,
hobby.
sir.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me something about Philip Kerr?
Yes, sir. Philip Curve deals with shows us the relationship between the employment rate and inflation. Whenever the inflation in an economy increases, the employment unemployment decreases. It is a relationship between unemployment and inflation. It has an inverse relationship.
Okay. Do you think it is still relevant in an economy like India?
No, sir, because before that only a stagflation term was coined in which both the economy was experiencing inflation along with unemployment.
Okay. Can you tell me the limitations of CPI in the present time?
So, sorry, sir, I'll just read about this.
Okay. Recently, we have made some changes in CPI. Do you know about those changes?
So the base year will be, they are in a process to change the base year for CPI.
When from when year they are going to change the base year?
From the next year, most probably, it is going to be 2024.
They are going to change after 2 days only.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Suppose the government of India's borrowing is very high, how does it impact on the monetary policy?
So the inflation, it might affect the inflation when more money supply is there in the economy due to borrowing. So Reserve Bank of India needs to take more care of how to manage the liquidity in the market.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
According to the budget, what is the plan of government of India to the this debt to GDP ratio?
So sorry, sir.
As per the budget, what is the plan of government of India for debt to GDP ratio?
So the debt to GDP ratio, it will be in the margin, in the estimate of 50 plus minus 1. They are taking it to that. Right now, it will, for the fiscal year 2026, it is forecasted to be 56.1. And for the next year, it will be 55.1.
Okay. By which year government want to make it to 50% plus minus one?
2030, sir.
2030. Okay. Can you tell me what is fiscal dominance in case of India?
So the tax collection, what the tax we are collecting.
Like when it comes to Indian economy, fiscal dominance is playing a vital role than the monetary policy. So what does that statement means?
So because we have fiscal policy just contains the government spending and the tax what we earn from the people. So we have a very high ratio of direct taxes. The direct taxes we are earning a high direct taxes, and it directly affects the economy as a whole. The fiscal policies.
No, that is not the question I was asking. Anyways, for now, that's it from my side. Yes, OP sir, over to you.
Thank you. Rakshita,
So,
good evening.
good evening, sir.
What preparation you have made for today's mock?
So the budget, mostly the budget,
And when is your interview?
on 13th, sir.
13th of Feb.
Feb.
Okay. Not much time left. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, in the monetary policy,
Yes, sir.
government has said something about real estate.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall that? What was that?
So that they will REITs,
Mhm.
uh, they will be easily can be easily invested. People will be allowed to invest in REITs.
How?
Real that I'll just read, sir.
Okay. Um, okay. What other proposal by governor in the monetary
So
policy?
the honorable governor has drafted that the collateral free limit for the MSMEs will be increased from 10 lakh to 20 lakhs.
Mhm.
For the cyber frauds, for small value cyber frauds, rupees 25,000 compensation will be allowed.
Mhm.
Along with that, two-factor authentication will be allowed in that.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
This 25,000 compensation,
For cyber fraud, digital cyber frauds.
who will provide this amount?
So the banks,
Whether RBI or commercial bank?
so the commercial banks,
Okay. What is liquidity adjustment facility?
so the liquidity adjustment facility is run by RBI, in which there is a floor, which is the MSF,
Mhm.
and uh, mm, the upper limit is the STF. And banks are allowed to manage their liquidity through the LAF facility.
Okay. What is SDF and MSF, what is the difference?
So marginal standing facility,
Mhm.
and it sets the upper limit on which the banks can borrow from the RBI.
Mhm.
And standing deposit facility is the rate at which banks can lend to the RBI.
Okay. Is it collateralized?
Um, MSF is collateralized, sir.
Hmm. SDF?
STR is also collateralized, sir.
Also. Okay. Don't worry. This MSF means how it is done. Means how collateralization takes place, from where securities come.
The securities, banks have the securities, SLR securities they have with themselves.
Hmm.
So they can place their SLR securities to get overnight funds from Reserve Bank of India.
It means they can default in SLR.
No, sir, they cannot default in SLR.
Then how SLR securities will be? Hmm?
The securities they might have, they can put that other securities to Reserve Bank of India.
For other securities, they need
Hmm.
not to go to MSF. They can
Okay, sir.
otherwise borrow. Huh? That repo facility is already there. Huh? If
Yes,
they
sir.
have other securities with them. Okay. Next. Difference between Ram G and the earlier Manrega.
So earlier, Manrega provided 100 days of uh, employment,
Mhm.
whereas the new one provides 125 days employment.
What else?
Else, I'll just read, sir. Sorry to say, but I'll read.
Okay. Tell me five salient features of Indian banking today.
So Indian banking is one of the most, it is the fastest growing sector where the credit growth is more than the 10-year average. It is more than 11% right now.
Mhm.
Along with that, the liquidity coverage ratio is more than 130%.
Mhm.
The provisional coverage ratio is more than is 76.2 to be exact.
Mhm.
The CRAR is 17.2, while
Mhm.
the CET1 ratio is 14.8.
What else?
It has a deposits of 241 billion.
Mhm.
Uh, the PSBD accounts have increased to 55 crores
Mhm.
with more than 2 lakh crore deposits in them.
Mhm.
And most of the banks are already achieving their PSL targets.
What about digitization?
So the digitalization is increasing. More than 97 to 98% of people are using the digital banking, and only 2 to 3% of people are visiting the branch every day or every month, I'll say. The footfall is very less. We have a very resilient digital banking system. Recently, the Digital Payment Index of March 2025 also showed that we have a DPI score of 493.33%.
So you have missed that important point, na?
Yes, sir.
Digitization. Okay. What about diversified banks in India?
Diversified, like the small finance banks and the payment bank.
Mhm.
We have small finance bank, the payment bank.
Mhm.
Recently, we have new concept of neo banks in the economy
Mhm.
where they don't have a physical presence. The small finance bank caters to the unbanked small areas where they can provide loan to the customers. The payment banks, they can't accept demand deposits from the people, but can maintain the deposit of 2 lakh FDs, fixed deposit of 2 lakhs.
There are RRBs, there are
RRBs are
property banks. Huh? In
Okay, sir.
different types of banks. Okay, fine. Coming to the next topic, what do you know about NBFCs?
NBFCs are non-banking financial companies,
Mhm,
which comes under the Companies Act 2013. There are
mhm,
four layers of NBFCs. The
mhm,
base layer, which are either the non-deposit taking NBFCs or the one which have a asset size of less than 1,000 crore, which
mhm,
mostly includes the account aggregator, the peer-to-peer NBFCs. The
mhm,
second layer is the one which either accept deposit from the public or have a asset size of more than 2 crores,
mhm.
1,000 crores, sorry. And it includes the standalone primary dealers, etc. The third layer of NBFC contains the top 10 NBFCs, which are marked by Reserve Bank of India. And the fourth layer, which is the last layer, which normally remains empty, but it only contains the NBFC, which might create a systemic risk in the economy.
Okay, now my two questions on NBFCs.
Yes, sir.
One is, what is the basic difference between NBFC and a bank?
Okay, sir.
Second question is, what were new proposal by governor in the monetary policy regarding NBFCs?
So this, can you repeat the second question, sir? Sorry.
You reply first.
Okay, sir. So the non-banking finance companies are different from the banks. Is first of all, the banks are regulated by Banking Regulation Act 1945,
Mhm,
49. However, NBFCs are regulated by Companies Act 2013. Along with that, they can't provide all the universal banking services what a bank provides. NBFCs have limited scope, like some can accept deposits, other can provide loans.
mhm.
That are the two differences.
The basic difference is that NBFCs cannot have saving bank account
Okay,
or
sir.
checkable accounts. So they are not a part of payment system. Okay,
Okay, sir.
there's the basic difference. Other things are okay. Now, what proposal governor has made about NBFC in the monetary policy?
So the base layer NBFCs, they can also operate without getting themselves registered, without registration.
What is the base level?
Which have a non-deposit taking or have a asset size of less than 1,000 crore.
But they are not
Base
base.
layer.
They are not base level.
Okay, sir.
These are the NBFCs which do not have any interaction with the public.
Okay, sir.
Say a manufacturing company for its own investment purposes, they have one NBFC. Okay, that is in-house NBFC. Okay, not dealing with the public. They are only serving the master. So that type of the company, and if their asset size is less than that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so there, this was one. Second, there was about branch opening. Do you know that?
They can open branch without prior permission.
Which NBFCs?
The base layer.
No, they are the gold loan giving
Okay, sir.
NBFC whose major work is gold loan. Okay, they can open without RBI permission also. Uh,
Okay, sir.
so this one. Now, one more question on that regarding AI. Now there is a lot of talk about AI.
Yes, sir.
In banks, AI is a must, and one committee has given a report. That committee name is Free AI.
Yes, sir.
Have you gone through that?
Yeah, a little bit. During my mains exam,
Hmm.
I have read about that, sir.
Tell me what.
It has seven pillars it has. The
Mhm,
chairman was SBI DMD, Mr. Rana Ashutosh Kumar
mhm,
Singh. It has seven pillars
mhm.
talking about like why AI was important. It has seven pillars. That much I remember.
Okay, good. Now,
Seven
recently,
sutras.
there was a news 3 days before that one company they have developed AI model so versatile that it will be replacing a lot of activity done by the computer companies. Okay, and that has disturbed the stock market. Do you know which company it was?
No, sir. Sorry.
Okay, okay, that's all from me for the present. To you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. You were talking about the neobank, Rakshita. So can you tell me
Yes.
some names of the neobanks?
So one is Slice Bank is a neobank.
So is
This is the
RBI is
only.
giving licenses to neobanks? They're working as a proper licensed banks under scheduled category.
They are not under the scheduled category. Maybe.
Then how we can call it as a bank or any licensing or any kind of such kind of stuff which is given by the RBI for them?
So they are accepting the deposit from the customers.
Which deposits? They are saving account, current account, they're accepting.
Yes, sir. Saving account they are accepted.
They're accepting. Then how they are regulated then by RBI?
I have to read that,
We've
sir.
seen the classification given by RBI somewhere about neobanks or any criteria about neobanks.
No, sir.
Then how you said that neobank is a new criteria we have created?
So because I already have an account in Slice, so I know about the
How the
Slice
account?
Bank.
It can be the NBFC way of working, it's a fintech way of working.
It may be so.
How many top layer NBFCs can be there?
The maximum 10. The third layer, in the third layer, it can be 10.
Where
Top
you
10
read
and
this? Where you read this? That 10 NBFCs will be in the top layer.
no, in the fourth layer, there can be any number of NBFCs, but in the third,
Look, there are four layers, right?
yes, sir.
One is called base layer, middle layer,
Mm,
upper layer, and top layer.
yes, sir.
Okay, so how many NBFCs are under top layer?
Any number of NBFCs which may cause a systemic risk.
So right now, how many NBFCs are there?
Well, zero NBFCs, sir.
Zero NBFCs. And upper layer?
Upper layer has the top 10 NBFCs.
So right now, 10 NBFCs are there.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
No, sir.
Then where you read this, that top 10 only will be there. There is nothing, no number is given.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that NBFCs are regulated under which act?
Companies Act 2013.
Again, where you read this?
So maybe on the Google.
You are a banker.
Yes, sir.
You should know who is regulating whom. RBI is regulating NBFC. And how under companies that RBI is going to regulate them?
Okay.
Okay. CBDC versus UPI. Can you tell me the difference between these two?
CBDC is the central bank digital currency. It is a legal tender currency, which is issued by the central bank of a company. Whereas instead of being in the pockets of the customer, it is kept in the e-wallet. Whereas UPI is a digital form or digital way of transferring money from one account to the another account.
Any other?
CBDC is for some particular purpose. It is issued for a particular thing like CBDC for CBDC just acts like a cash, sir.
Okay. Any other difference? Okay. What is tokenization?
So tokenization is to create. Sorry, sir, I could not remember the
Okay, one
definition.
last question from my side. What kind you completed certification in digital banking, right? You have mentioned
Yes.
that. Okay, one my last question is that what do you think? What kind of regulatory risks we have in India regarding digital banking?
So digital banking, one risk is of cyber frauds, which is happening right now. Many people are money is getting deducted from many people's account, mostly due to the OTP they share.
My question is about regulatory risk we are having.
Sorry, sir.
Have you read the news? There is a news that Supreme Court of India asked RBI to have a very strong compliance on
Hmm.
these cyber frauds.
Yes, sir.
So if Supreme Court of India is asking RBI, means there is something regulatory lapses.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that was my question is, do you know about that?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. That's it from my side. Yes, OPC.
Yeah, Rakshita, one or two more questions. Budget has given a lot of emphasis on MSMEs. My question is, what is the significance of MSMEs in Indian economy?
So MSME contributes more than 45% of the exports from India. They
Mhm.
provide employment to a large number of people. They caters to the large society number of people in the society itself. MSME uh, provides employment to a large number of people, so plus exports also.
What about share in GDP?
No, sir, I don't remember the share.
Okay, okay. And what were recommendations in the budget on MSME? Any fund was created for MSME?
MSME fund for 10,000 crore they have
Mhm.
created.
Yeah. What else? No. Okay, okay. And my last question that while governor was announcing monetary policy, every time what he does, he gives the projection for the next whole year, CPI, hmm, GDP. This time he has given only projection for 2 quarters,
Okay, sir.
not for the full next year. Why?
So because of the ongoing geopolitical tensions,
But
the
that,
trade barrier,
hmm,
the trade barriers we are facing, there is a
hmm.
lot of uncertainty in the global market itself.
But that normally happens every time something is there.
Because the CPI is about to get, the base year is about to get changed. So,
And what about GDP? उनका भी बेस चेंज होना है.
okay, sir.
ओके, क्योंकि दोनों का चेंज होना है और दोनों ही अभी फरवरी में ही आ जाएंगे.
ठीक है, sir.
तो by the time it comes and settle down, so then in the next policy they can think about fully.
जी, sir.
That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
the best.